So we're going to do number 12 also. Look at number 12. Number 12 is actually a linear equation. That's number 12. And so if you draw this linear equation, you see it's going to be, you can just draw this equation. You notice that it's going to be somewhere here. And you're looking for area between 1 and 6. So 1 is somewhere here, and 6 is somewhere here. So you draw a diagram, and the area starts from here. So if you look at the figure very well, it's actually a trapezoid. A trapezoid, where the only one pair of the sides are parallel. Okay, so if you want to do it geometrically, nobody told you to do it geometrically. If you want to do it geometrically, you find the area of the trapezoid. Okay, so, but let's use calculus and then use a calculator. All right, so I'm told to find the integral of the function 2x dx, starting from 1 and ending at 6. So remember, if you're not told to do it geometrically, then you don't have to do it geometrically. Choose a method. Even if you're not told to do it with a first fundamental theorem of calculus, you can use your calculator, provided you can show your work. But I advise you to use your first fundamental theorem of calculus. Okay, so let's integrate. So we do the integral, and we see that it is 2x to power 2 over 2 using the power rule. And then we're going to close 1 to 6. Okay, we are closing 1 to 6. I'm going to move this up a little bit. And now by the way, when you look at the question, you see that 2 can cancel 2. So we are only left with x squared. And so let me put it here. I'm just going to come over here. So it means the upper bound 6 squared minus 1 squared. So I substituted 6, the upper bound squared, minus 1 squared. 6 times 6 is 36. 1 squared is 1. 36 minus 1 is 35. Therefore, this area is 35. So that area is 35 according to our calculations using the first fundamental theorem of calculus. Okay, so the area under that curve is 35. And remember its area, so 35 square units. 35 square units, or unit squared. I can write square units like this. Square units. Okay, I will check my answer with calculator. Don't just cheat yourself. If you're allowed to use your calculator, then use your calculator. So I am going to check my answer using my calculator. So first of all, I'll clean up and I'll use my calculator to check my answer. Is it true? My calculator will tell me the truth if I enter the everything correctly. So I'll turn on and where do I go? Go to math, look for F integral up. F integral is number 9. And it's asking me, what is the lower bound? The lower bound this time is 1. What is the upper bound? The upper bound is 6. What is the function? The function is 2x. Function to integrate is 2x. What is the variable of integration? It is x. Okay, now I am going to hit enter. So actually, so you will know if you're correct. If you know how to use your calculator, but I bet you when you're coming out of the exam hall, you actually know you did well because if you have enough time, check your answer with your calculator, but just know that if it's an indefinite integral, you cannot check your answer with calculator. If it's an indefinite integral, you can check your answer with calculator. All right, so let's do one more, number 13. So you're not going to miss any question like this. You aren't going to miss any question like this. Let's go to number 13. So we're going to do number 13 using the first fundamental theorem of calculus. The first fundamental theorem of calculus. So the first one is to put this function in my calculator in the integral sign, x to the power 4. That's the function I'm told to integrate. And from 0 to 3, I can draw a picture, but see, by the time I've finished drawing that picture, so I'm not told to draw the figure though. Find the area under the given curve over the indicated. I mean, if I'm told to graph it, I'll graph it, but I am not told to graph it. Okay, so the most important thing is do the integration. So I'm going to do that integration and evaluate it between 0 and 3. So I'm going to do that integral. I have x to the power 4 plus 1 using power rule all over 4 plus 1 here, evaluated from 0 to 3. That's all I have to do. There is no constant of integration. No constant of integration because it's actually definite integral. It's a definite integral. So if you put c there, you will subtract it anyway. C minus c is going to be 0. Okay, so I'm going to evaluate. So I have x to the power 5. In other words, this is x to the power 5. So I have 3 raised to the power 5 minus, actually, by the way, on the numerator, I have 5 here too, minus, I am going to be putting 0 here, minus 0 to power 5 raised to power, divided by 5. 0 raised to power 5 is 0, so everything here is 0. Okay, that means that you in the other side, you have 3 times 3 times 3. You can use your calculator to evaluate that, or you leave your answer like that. So you can find 3 to the power 5 divided by 5, and then you get the final answer. So I'm going to clear. So I have, I'm just going to clear. And so what is 3 to the power 5 divided by 5? That's going to be my final answer. And I will check my answer with calculator because it's a definite integral. Okay, so I will pull my calculator up. Clear. And then 3 raised to the power 5. 3 caret 5. I get an answer divided by 5. Divided by 5. I got an answer. So my answer is 48.6. Well, let me check and see if my answer is correct. That's the most important thing. Most important thing is that, okay, what did I do? Is it correct? So I am going to assess F integral from my calculator. And it's asking me what is the lower bound is 0. What is the upper bound is 3. And what is the function x to the power 4? So x caret 4. Okay, variable of integration. The variable of integration is x. All right, so you make sure you enter everything correctly, and let me hit enter. So we want to know, okay, so our answer with the calculator is the same, So you don't have to have the speed and accuracy. Speed and accuracy, and if you know how to use your calculator, even when you're told to show all work, you finish showing all work, you check your answer with your calculator. And bet me you get a good A in that test. All right, I wish you luck. That's it for now. And actually, if you look at number 14, you can do this, the same method. The same method with number 14. So it is a definite integral. You can do every definite integral with your calculator. Even if you're told to show all work, you show all work and make sure that you got it right using your calculator. All right. You have a great day.